Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nimafar. So one of my students today asked me that, can we make passive sentences with all tenses? And I thought maybe you have the same question and you're wondering if we can make passive sentences with all tenses or not. So here is the answer. Yes, we can. But there is a condition. What condition? It depends if the verb we use, let me use if the verb, sorry for my bad handwriting, if the verb is transitive. Transitive or intransitive. So maybe now you ask, what is a transitive verb and what is an intransitive verb? Let's work on that. Let me change it to green, dark green. Transitives, and here transitives. So here, an intransitive verb doesn't have an object. But on the other hand, transitive verbs have an object. So means we can make passive sentences with transitives, but we cannot make passive sentences with intransitive verbs. Why? Because when we say, for example, my car is stolen, okay, the principle of making passive sentences is that we have objects. Why? Because we say we concentrate on our objects. But in intransitive verbs, we don't have objects, so what should we concentrate on? What should we focus on? Nothing. So we cannot make passive sentences with intransitive verbs. It doesn't matter the tense. You can make passives with, I don't know, past perfect, continuous, future perfect, present simple, whatever tense we have. Okay? All 12, 13 tenses we have, all 12 sentences we can make passive sentences. It just depends on our verbs. So here, let's have some examples. For transitive verbs, we can use read, like study, like cook, like hire, like listen, like steal, rob, and others. But intransitive verbs are such as cry, or I don't know, laugh, or run, or sleep, and others. Also, let me run here as well. Let me add run as well. Why? Because it has two meanings. We have some verbs in English that they have two meanings, so they can be used either as a transitive verb or as an intransitive verb. So let's talk about run here. Let me change it to blue. So the verb run, if it means to run, like to do an exercise, or like to judge, to walk, this meaning when you run, for example, for 2 miles, something like this, it is intransitive. But if you mean to manage, to administrate, to manage actually a business, now it is transitive. Means you can make passive sentences when we mean run as managing a business. For example, she runs two companies. I'm running my own business. I'm running my own online shop, for example. In this case, we can say, for example, before I say an example, let's see how we can determine, how we can understand, realize what verbs are transitive and what verbs are intransitive. That's a good question. So let me write in, I don't know, orange. So just ask yourself what and who. Mostly we use what. So when I say I ate the pizza, maybe you can ask me what. What did you, based on the tenses past simple. So what did you eat? I'll be responding like the pizza, or I ate the pizza. You see, I have an answer for your question, but for example, let me scroll down. She cried, or even like say for example, she slept, or yes, for example, she cried. She cried. Can I ask what did she cry? What did she cry? It is nonsense. It doesn't make sense at all. Yes, we can say what did she cry for? But she cried for, I don't know, failing his exam. That's something else. That's a different grammar, and we cannot say, for example, for I don't know, like you see, in no sense you can make a passive with this. She cried. She cried for failing his exam, her exams. You see, we cannot make passive sentences. Okay, but like this, or about run. I ran 2 miles. I run my business. We cannot make this passive, but we can make this passive. My business is run by me, because run, ran, run. The past participle form, the third form of run is run, run, ran, run. So my business is run by me. But we cannot say like 2 miles is run by me. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So everything about passive sentences, it depends on the verb, whether it's transitive or intransitive, and we can just make examples sentences with transitive word. And some verbs like run, they can be used either with transitive or intransitive verbs. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please make sure to subscribe and like it and share it. And thanks. See you soon.